Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video. Now today I am bringing you my TSTO Christmas 2020 idea. Now this isn't like a spoiler or anything, this is just what I think would make a great update. And I have designed an update which is a little bit of a mismatch of things I've kind of said in the past that I would like to see. But I've got the same sort of theme down. Like the kind of story is more about like having no money at Christmas. I guess that's the theme of, if I had to kind of say what my theme is. My theme is pretty much like having no money at Christmas, appreciating what you have and appreciating that what you have is sometimes more than what others have, which I guess one could say is the spirit of Christmas. But basically it's entirely kind of based around the story of Simpsons roasting on an open fire. So the very, very first ever Simpsons episode. It's based primarily off that. Now, a lot of the things from that episode are in this update idea, but I've also mixed in some other things from other updates, from other episodes too. So let's get into it. Of course, it's December the 1st, so I figured I would bring this to you guys. So, the startup, Mr. Burns tells Homer that due to hardships on the plant, mainly Mr. Burns wants to pay off his 8th mortgage, he's going to have to cut the Christmas bonus in two. Homer panics at first, but Marge tells him it'll be fine, as she has saved up enough money this year. So you make Homer cash in his Christmas bonus and make Marge pull out the savings jar, and this will unlock the event. Now, there will be 4 event currencies, so for Act 1 it's going to be snowballs, for Act 2 it's going to be money saving jars, for Act 3 it's going to be Santa hats, and for Act 4 it's going to be spare change. Also what you will unlock is a new sort of lever, so it's a new feature. It's going to be called the snow machine, so it's going to look a little bit similar to this. Obviously it will be a tapped out exclusive thing, but it'll be a new decoration you put in your town, and you're able to turn on and off the snow whenever you feel. So it acts just like the Christmas lights machine. So yeah, I think this would be really, really awesome. So you can have snow in July if you want. You can turn on the snow. I just think this would be such a cool feature to have. It wouldn't take much to bring it into the game. So yeah, I don't know. I would really like to see that. So that's the new feature I've got there. And you'll just unlock that at the start of the event, and then it's available to anyone who participates in any Christmas event. So say if you start the game in January, you will get this feature next Christmas. So it will unlock every Christmas update. So moving on, bam, it's going to be a Gil's deal. And this Gil deal is particularly special because Gil is all out of deals and he really needs the cash for Xmas. So he can only sell himself and my new home. Buy quick before Quimby finds out I'm selling the bus station. So you will get Gil as a full playable character with the Springfield bus station. So this will be a 250 donuts. It's a very special Gil's deal because you're going to be getting Gil himself as a full playable character. And don't worry, Gil will still be available for Gil's deals. He'll still, every time there's a Gil's deal, basically what my solution to this would be is it's kind of like what they did with Sideshow Bob. But basically when Gil kind of, when Gil has a deal, he'll just have the same as always. He'll be walking around your town and you just click on the little explanation mark and then he'll have his dialogue and that'll be it. And then you can just send Gil on tasks after that. I don't see why it would be an issue. You could still have the Gil's deals, but it would just be really, really cool to get Gil as a full playable character. And what better way of adding Gil to the game other than him selling himself? Like, that would just be so funny. So in Act 1 will kind of launch as well, and in the store will be Mrs. Nibbles with the HJS rocket for 120 donuts. So you'll just get this on the launch pad. It'll just be the rocket on the launch pad, and you get Mrs. Nibbles in her little sort of, what's her name? Is it JFK's wife? I forget her name, but yeah, in the JFK wife outfit. So Marge is rather taken aback by the sheer amount of snow. Bart and Lisa are freezing as they've turned off the heating to save money. Marge tells Bart and Lisa that at least they don't have to go to school, but Skinner says that the last school days are still going ahead, so you make Skinner teach the school, make Bart go to school, make Lisa go to school, and make Springfielders collect snowballs, and this will unlock the snowed-in school as a skin. So this is going to be Springfield Elementary, but with just the snow right up to the, to the top of the door. And this will be like a skin. I think this would be a cool skin to have. Lisa and Bart tell Skinner that they are snowed in. He begins to panic, but tells the students it will be okay as they can use Nibbles to get help. Lisa tells Skinner that she may have accidentally let Nibbles die, remember? Maybe there could also be something here, just to tie in Mrs. Nibbles, where Skinner's like, well, we've got Mrs. Nibbles, and they're like, no, she's out. So you make Skinner lose all hope, make Lisa and Bart figure another way out, and make Springfielders collect snowballs, and this will unlock Flanders' plough car. So you get this as a decoration, very cool. It's with a bit of Flanders, I think it's Flanders' roof on the car, so that would be kind of cool. Homer and Flanders go to save the kids from being snowed in, and Homer suggests that they do what they did last time and topple the salt. Flanders is completely against this idea, saying that they could just empty the salt, but Homer's like, it needs to be dramatic. So you make Homer divert the car, make Flanders try to stop Homer, make Springfielders collect snowballs, and this will unlock the salt and cracker meal. So you get this as a... This could be a building, I guess, but probably a decoration would make more sense. So yeah. Flanders tells Homer to wake up. The salt didn't work. The Cracker Man, back from that last update, he reveals that they had to cut corners and they couldn't afford any salt, just salt tasting sugar. Chalmers, however, tells them that he'll save the kids. So you make Chalmers step in, make Flanders try and fix his car, make Springfielders earn snowballs, and this will unlock the public school snowmobile. So this will be a little decoration. Looks pretty cool. And then finally, Chalmers sends in Nibbles, who tunnels a bag of salt into the school, thus saving all the kids. Skinner thanks Nibbles and is glad he is alive again. So you make Skinner thanks Nibbles, make Chalmers be jealous of Nibbles, and you make Springfielders earn snow, and this one, snowballs, that should be. And you unlock Nibbles as a full playable character. Very cool. I definitely want him in the game. Also, forgot to mention, the make Skinner panic, make Skinner lose all hope. That will be this new animation for Skinner, so he'll be in the dodgeball thing. I get that this could be a costume. I'd be cool with it being a costume. I kind of wanted the snowmobile. It was like a toss-up between the snowmobile and him, and I just threw the snowmobile in. But yeah, this could be a costume, sure. I'd be happy either way. Anyway, moving on. Act 2 comes along. Boom. The Happy Sailor Tattoo Parlor with Mervyn Monroe, and this will be 150 donuts. I forgot to put the price. So yeah, you get this is a mall building, I know, but it's fairly, like, they could just add this in, the door, the little window there with the kind of tattoos in the window, and then, just add a roof on top of it, and yeah, jobs are good. And you get Mervyn Monroe, so of course, both things are from the pilot, so it'd be very cool to get him in the game. He is also Marvin Monroe's brother, I believe. So Flanders demands that Homer pays for his car. Homer says that no at first, but Marge insists and it's the right thing to do. Homer tells her that Flanders would be more than happy to let them pay later, but Marge doesn't want to be embarrassed like that again, so you make Homer hand over his Christmas bonus money, make Marge hand over the savings jar, make Springfielders earn saving jars, and this will unlock Let's Go Fiscal. So this is the financial planning building. So Marge tells Homer that he'll have to have a cheap Christmas this year. Lindsay Neagle tells them that with their savings, they better shop at the cheapest store in town. So you make Homer plan finances, make Marge plan finances, make Lindsay give the Simpsons an evaluation. You only have to do this if you have unlocked Lindsay, by the way, but if you have unlocked Lindsay, then you have to do this task. And you make Springfielders earn savings jars, and this will unlock the 66-cent store. So pretty cool. Homer and Marge begin to shop at the 66-cent store, but Nagel tells them that she meant the cheapest place in town, the 33-cent store. So you make Homer put back items, make Marge put back items, make Springfielders earn savings jars, and this will unlock the 33-cent store. Yeah, I think both of these are cool. I know there's a 99-cent store as well, but yeah, these are like the two. It was a toss-up because I really wanted Let's Get Fiscal, so yeah. I know there's 3 buildings in one, but Simpsons babies is what I will refer to you to. Lisa tells Bart that they need to find a way to make money. This Christmas is too cheap, even for her humbleness. So Bart tells Lisa that he has an idea, so he visits Mervyn Monroe and gets a tattoo advertising Krusty Burger. So you make Bart show off his tattoo, make Marge get mad at Bart, make Springfielders earn savings jars, jeez, and Marge demands he gets rid of it, meaning that they must spend the money that they have left. So you unlock the tattoo laser remover. So it will have the little bed. I just couldn't get a full shot, but it's a little bed, and then this thing's like on a stand. This big laser thing's on a stand. And then Marge begins to sell the TV, the couch, and all the jewellery just to afford Bart's tattoo removal. She asks Dr. Irving Zitsowski, and he agrees to do the procedure. So you make Bart get his tattoo removed, and that will be a new animation. It will be Bart on the table, kind of getting a tattoo removed. Make Marge hand over the money. Make Springfielders earn savings jars, and this will unlock Dr. Irving Zitsowski. I can never pronounce names like that. Yeah, so you get him as a full playable character. Of course, he is also from the premiere. Now, they could add his store, or like, you know, his actual like thing. The issue is you only ever see like a slight part of it. But if they would decided to add his store instead, I'd be cool with that. If they, you know, designed it themselves. But yeah, just for the sake of this kind of prize track, I didn't add it. Anyway, Act 3 comes along. Now, I think this is such a perfect damn combination. Everyone tell me how I'm so amazing on this combination. The hypnotist with the Santa school for 150 donuts. Now, this Santa school, it appeared on a on a more recent episode, and of course, the hypnotist is a pilot episode character, but it's such a perfect thing because obviously he runs the Santa school. So Marge tells Homer that now they have no money for TV for Christmas. Homer tells Marge that he will make money for the family to make sure they have a proper Xmas. So you make Homer apply for jobs, make Marge save up pennies, make Springfielders earn Santa hats, and this will unlock the slow-mo's. I can never say this. Slow-mo's Jewisia. I don't know. The dreidel blowout. So you get this little cool little building. I think this looked really cool. This wasn't like right next to the Santa school, and I just couldn't resist it. So the old Jewish man tells him that he isn't what they're looking for at that store. Barney tells Homer he should do what he does every year and be a mall Santa. Homer applies for Santa school. The recruiter asks Homer why he wants to be a Santa. So you make Homer come up with reasons why he wants to be Santa. Make Barney hear kids' Xmas lists. Make Springfielders earn Santa hats, and this will unlock the mall Santa recruiter. Now, everyone's probably going to be looking at me like, why? This is like a random dude who just randomly appears. I know, but I'm so against just having a costume in the prize track. Like, well, I say I'm so against it. I'm fine with it for the most part, but I just think it's cool when we have a costume and a character. That's just like really awesome to me. So I was like, I just couldn't resist, and there was like no other character without obviously throwing the hypnotist in there. There was no other character, so I threw in this guy. But hear me out. I love it when Tapped Out builds on characters. So Old Scratch was not that in the show. I mean, he was there, but he didn't have like a massive role in the show, right? But they made him he ran that entire event, and he was awesome. Why can't the mall Santa run this act? No, it's not a great character. I probably could have thrown something else in there, but hey ho. The mall Santa recruiter accepts Homer into Santa school as long as he can pass the class. So you make Homer attend Santa school, make mall Santa a recruiter look at candidates, and you make Springfielders earn Santa hats, and this will unlock the Santa school class. Yeah, bit of a crappy thing. It's obviously like a crowd, but basically a bunch of people on the desks kind of hoeing. I don't know. I think it's okay. The mall Santa recruiter tells Homer he did very well on the test and tells him to pick up the toys and hand them out to the children. So you make Homer pick up toys, make Marge buy back the TV, make Springfielders earn Santa hats, and this will unlock toys. Get this as a building. It will look just like the Happy Sailor thing, same sort of building, but you'll have the toys in the window. Same sort of door though. And then finally, Barney tells Homer to back off as he is stealing his spotlight as the mall Santa. He was the best mall Santa, but now the mall recruiter thinks Homer is the best. So you make Homer fight Barney, make the mall recruiter fire them both, and make Marge resell the TV. And this will unlock Santa Barney. So get this as a costume for Barney. Now I know we've already got a Homer Santa. We've already got a Flanders Santa. Why do we need a Barney Santa? Yeah, true. You're right. We probably don't. But again, it was so integral for that first episode, that pilot, that's the reason why I had to throw this in as a costume. So, yeah. Moving on. We have Act 3. So you get Cliff with Cliff's car chalet. Wait, is this Act 3? No, this is Act 4. Sorry, Act 4. Cliff with Cliff car chalet. Now, Cliff isn't a massive character, but this was the kind of the episode where they tricked well, obviously Bart kind of made it out like they had been burgled and they burnt all the presents, and obviously the town came together and gave them money. But then it turned out Bart obviously lied. So that's what this one is kind of based around. So that's why I threw in this in the store. So you get Cliff's car chalet with Cliff for 150 donuts. Obviously the building was only ever seen in the interior, but we can see the sign and we can kind of make out what the building would look like. So I'm sure that they could make it pretty easily. So Homer is fired as mall Santa and he's disappointed in himself, but Marge says that they can deal with the cheap and crappy decorations this year. Make Homer put up the decorations, make Marge make a budget Christmas meal, make Bart argue with his parents, make Springfielders earn spare change, and this will unlock the crappy Christmas decorations. So this will be a skin for the Simpsons house. I mean, come on, look at it. It'd be funny. Like this on the floor, like the lights and everything. Yeah, I don't care. That'd be great. The family argue over Christmas this year. Bart yells at Homer, saying that he made the worst Christmas ever. He says, at least we have a tree. Marge, Homer, the tree is on fire. Oh yeah, Marge says, Homer, the tree is on fire. Make Homer put out the fire, make Marge save valuables, make Springfielders earn spare change, and this will unlock the burnt Christmas tree. So you get this, like, just this kind of flattened tree as a decoration. Raphael tells the Simpsons that they'll need to fix the smoke damage after Christmas, meaning the Simpsons family are homeless for Christmas. Homer asks Grandpa if they can stay, but he says no. Marge asks Patty and Selma, but they're on vacation, so you make Homer watch TV through storefronts, make Marge ask Flanders if they can stay for Christmas, and make Springfielders earn spare change, and this will unlock the Springfield TV store. So get this as a decoration. This was in the episode as well, where Patches and Paul Violet are watching the TV, and then I think it was the old Jewish man who came out and told them to leave, or was it Raphael? One of them anyway. But yeah, pretty cool looking building. Having the TVs in the store would be cool. Flanders tells Marge that he felt awfully bad about all their hard times, so he took the opportunity to buy back their TV, Marge's jewellery, and bought them a car from Cliff. Flanders tells the family that they should always be grateful for what they've got, as many are less fortunate. So you make Flanders give a Christmas spirit, make Homer give out spare change to the homeless, make Marge give out spare change to the homeless, and make Springfielders earn spare change, and this will unlock the Simpsons fancy family car. And then, I know this is a little bit forced, but I just couldn't find a way of getting it there. But I'm sure they could design something a bit well written. I kind of rushed this. But Homer, Marge, Bart and Lisa realise that they should be grateful for what they have, for having each other. So the singing hobo agrees and asks them if they can tell a tale as a gift for them. In return, maybe he can get a sponge bath. Homer agrees. So you make the Simpsons family times 4 listen to tales from the homeless, make Homer give a sponge bath, and make Springfielders earn spare change, and this will unlock the singing hobo. So I know he was from the whole Paul Bunyan, Tall Tales kind of, I think it was the Paul Bunyan, is it Huckleberry Finn, I think it was, but like those sort of Tall Tales. I know that he was in that episode, but I wanted like this kind of homeless sort of angle, and the only other person who could have really fit here was maybe Gil, but I kind of thought that it would be more fitting if Gil was a Gil's deal, right? So I wasn't sure, so I kind of threw in Gil as a Gil's deal, and I threw in the singing hobo as the final character, but this could be Gil too. I mean, Gil doesn't have to necessarily be a Gil's deal. But anyway, moving on, we have the epilogue. Homer decides to open his house for the less fortunate, including Gil, the singing hobo, and more. So you make Homer give out food, make Marge cook food, make Lisa help with education, and make Bart learn cool tricks from the homeless, and that will finish the event. So then we have some tasks. So for Gil, we have sleep rough. This will be him on a bench with like newspaper, and maybe it's kind of like flying away in the wind, and he's trying to grab it. Give up for 2 hours, it's him with his tie. This one's kind of sad actually, but him with his tie kind of like pretending to hang himself. Do odd jobs for 4 hours, that will be anywhere really, that could be in any store. Maybe he could actually go from store to store. Stay at the Simpsons house for 6 hours, that will be at the Simpsons house. Look for somewhere to sleep in the bus station, that will be 8 hours in the bus station. Eat from the trash for 12 hours, that will be this. Again, really sad, and then apply for jobs for 24 hours. That'll be the job centre. I didn't know what to do with Gil because he's such a tragic figure. I didn't want it to go down the road of Mrs. Muntz, because I thought the Mrs. Muntz storyline that they did like ages ago in that level was really depressing. Anyway, for Mrs. Nibbles, we have wave goodbye for 60 minutes. Be her kind of waving. Attend Nibbles' funeral for 4 hours, that'll be the school. Replace Nibbles as class pet, 6 hours, that'll be the school. Try out different hamster outfits for 8 hours, that could be anywhere really, maybe the Brown house. Clean the rocket for 12 hours, that'll be her with a little duster, just sort of dusting the rocket that she comes with. And then wait for Nibbles for 24 hours, that'll be the Simpsons house. Then for Nibbles, we have get out of a dodgeball bag for 60 minutes, that'll be him in the dodgeball bag, trying to like kind of tearing through it like he is in this picture. Dig through snow for 4 hours, that could be anywhere really, the school. Watch a class for 6 hours, that'll be in the school. Go to another kid's house for 8 hours, that'll be the Brown house. Ball around for 12 hours, that'll be him and his hamster ball, kind of going around that town. But hamster balls are torture, so I feel kind of sad about that, but it'll be a task anyway. And then go to hamster heaven for 24 hours, that will be, I mean, that could be at heaven, I guess, but if you have heaven, it could be at heaven. If you don't have heaven, it could just be at the school. And then for Mervyn, we've got tattoo himself for 60 minutes. That'll be him with his tattoo gun, sort of tattooing his arm. I know you're not meant to call it a tattoo gun. Apparently tattoo people hate that. But whatever. Clean up the shop for 4 hours. That'll be the Happy Sailor place. Tell kids the tattoos are not cool. That'll be 6 hours. That'll be the school. Make new designs for 8 hours. That'll be in his store. Practice tattoo designs for 12 hours as an animation. That will be him sort of like, there'll be like an NPC and his back will it'll be an NPC sort of back and it will spawn. Maybe that like random NPC that we keep seeing. That like one dude who like turned up in Captain Flag and he was also the Demon Technician's task. There's that random NPC. I want to know his backstory. Why does he keep popping up? But anyway, that random NPC, Mervyn will be like drawing something on his back. And then shred fake IDs for 24 hours. That'll be in his store. For Irving, we've got inspect for 2 designs for 60 minutes. That will be the same NPC. His back, and he's like looking at it with his glasses, maybe lifting them up. Count money for 4 hours. That will be in the mall, or if you don't have the mall, it will be at the laser. Help Hibbert for 8 hours. That will be at the hospital. Perform laser surgery for 12 hours. That will be him, maybe the little NPC on the table, or I guess it could be Bart, possibly too. And that will be him kind of, doing it. Argue with Mervyn for 24 hours. That will be at Mervyn's place. I really didn't know what to do for this guy. Anyone got some better tasks? Please do tell me. For the hypnotist, we've got hypnotize for 60 minutes. We've got to have that. Collect Santa hats for 4 hours. That'll be the Santa school. Learn hypnotic trances for 6 hours. That'll be the Santa school. Teach more Santa class for 8 hours. Of course, Santa school. Teach about the ho-ho-hos for 12 hours. This will be an animation. A little sort of blackboard will appear, and then he'll have like his little pointer, and he'll be like pointing at the ho-ho-ho. And then fail the Santa school for 24 hours. That'll be the Santa school. For the mall Santa recruiter, we've got rip up applications for 60 minutes. That'll be him ripping up the applications. Hear parents' complaints for 4 hours. That could be at the mall. If you don't have the mall, it could be at the Santa school. If you don't have the Santa school, it could be wherever. Stop a mall Santa fight for 8 hours. Be Santa himself for 12 hours. It'll be him in a Santa suit, pretending to be Santa. Buy presents for kids for 24 hours. That'll be the toys store. For Barney, Santa Barney, we got hangout. This would be handout. Hand out gifts to kids for 60 minutes. It'll be him with a bunch of gifts, sort of hanging them out. Look at bets for 4 hours. That could be at Moe's or anywhere really. Fight Homer Santa for 8 hours. That'll be him and Homer fighting at the mall or the Santa school or wherever. Drink and slay for 12 hours. This will be an exclusive animation of him drinking a beer as he's kind of sleighing around on a sleigh, going over your town, drunk sleighing. And then bet at the dog track for 24 hours. That'll be obviously the Springfield grounds, the dog grounds, whatever it's called. And then for Cliff, we got replace price tags for 60 minutes. This will be an animation. This will be at the car, and he'll be like removing a price tag and putting a new one on, a cheaper one. Sign over car leases for 4 hours. That will be at his shop. Advertise Cliff's cars on KBBL. That'll be a 6-hour task at KBBL if you have it. Make a new TV advert for 8 hours. That will be at the Channel 6. Twirl advertisement for 12 hours. That'll be him with a little sort of sign, sort of twirling it around. And go to court over miss advertisement for 24 hours. That'll be the Springfield Courthouse. And then for the singing hobo, we have give himself a sponge bath for 60 minutes. Defend himself. That'll be an animation, of course. Defend himself for 4 hours. That will be at the Union Station if you have it. Watch, if not, just the Brown House. Watch TV from the storefront for 8 hours. That'll be the Springfield TV. Sing about tall tales for 12 hours. That'll be him with a guitar, sitting on like a hay bale, maybe, strumming the guitar, singing a song. and then wait for a new train for 24 hours. That will be at the Union Station. If you don't own the Union Station, it will just be at the Brown House. So that is my Christmas event. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, partially based around the Simpsons roasting on an open fire, but obviously there's not enough there for me to make an entire event out of it, an entire major event, just not enough characters. So I had to tie in some things from some of the Christmas episodes, but yeah, I really think they can make a really cool event based around the themes of roasting on an open fire and give us plenty of characters. You know, we've got plenty to get. So we have obviously the Mervyn Monroe, we have Irving Zizovsky, we have the hypnotist, of course. The definitely we could get Santa Barney. Obviously there is the mole Santa recruiter, but probably not getting him would be ideal. And then yeah, so some cool characters there for sure in a costume. But yeah, that's my event idea. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you would add, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching as always. Goodbye.